Hi, everybody. This is Martin Waring with Lone Yap Mortgage. Happy 2023. We wanted to kick off our YouTube channel with a quick call that I made with a good friend of mine, Doug Packard, with Blue River Realty Group, where we discussed the 2-1 buy down and its pros and cons and really its definition and how it all works. Hope you enjoy it.
I grew up in Louisiana where lagniappe was a cultural way of life, an unexpected gratuity or something extra. I have lived and raised my family in Florida for over 30 years and take that same approach to helping others with the most important loan in their lives. I'm just living the dream.
Now, with mortgage interest rates having more than doubled in the last 18 months, we keep hearing about 2-1 buy downs. How exactly do 2-1 buy downs work? And is there an alternative that makes more sense for a borrower? I've asked Martin Waring of Lone Yap Mortgage to join us on a Zoom call so he can give us the inside scoop and help us understand what all the buzz is about. So let's switch over to Zoom and welcome in, Marty.
Hey, Doug, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm just living the dream. You know it.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
So let's cut to the chase. Tell us about what is a 2-1 buy down and why are we hearing about it so much?
Yes, that is the flavor of the month in the lending and real estate industry these days.
Yep.
So a 2-1 buy down is just what you would think it is. It's 2% below the note rate the first year, 1% below the note rate the second year, and the third through the 30th year, it is back to the note rate. So it is a temporary buy down of the note rate, and it is normally subsidized or paid for by the seller.
All right, well, let's pull up a whiteboard and look at a graphical example so we can visualize what we're talking about here.
Okay, great.
We're going to assume in this top graph a purchase price of $600,000, 20% down payment, which would make the mortgage $480,000, 5.99 rate for 30 years, payment of $2,877.53 for 360 months. Now, in this assumption, we're also assuming that the seller is making a $12,000 or 2% of the purchase price contribution to the buyer for the buy down. So
okay.
$12,000. I'll let you take that second graph and tell us about the 2-1 buy down.
Okay. Well, thanks for negotiating such a great deal. So the good news is we have $12,000 in this example to use for the buy down. And as you can see, it can obviously afford a 2-1 buy down in this case. The first year is 3.999%. You can see that the note rate, obviously, as Doug said, $2,877.53, but the buy down payment is $2,291.32. So the monthly savings for 12 months, or the monthly savings is $586.21. 12 times that is $7,034.52. Slide to year two, we go to 4.999%, as you could follow along here. It's subsidized by 301.08 for 12 months for a total cost of $3612.96. We add those two up together, and we have an invoice or a subsidy of $10,648.48. Seller gave us $12,000, so we technically had $1,353 basically, or $1,352.52 left over to pay other costs overall, or actually move the rate to where it was. So the caveat, I'll tell you this, that's really good about this particular program is that $10,647.48 is the borrower's money. So if they win the lottery this weekend and they pay the house off, that is used against the payoff. Every month that the subsidy is used, that tank is reduced by that amount, but that is the borrower's money and it is not lost at the closing table.
Okay.
Okay.
A question about the qualification rate. Do we use year one rate of 3.999 as far as calculating debt to income ratios?
Don't we wish? No, the short answer is we use the 5.999% rate to qualify because it is just a temporary subsidy.
All right. Well, let's look at another alternative. Let's say we use that wonderful $12,000 contribution, which isn't a given in this market. You should know. It's a lot more likely today than say it was a year ago, but let's just say that the seller's making that concession, and we want to use it as discount points and reduce our rate for 30 years rather than for just 2 years.
Okay, great. This is the best side-by-side comparison as to what can I have forever versus what can I have for the first 2 years, and then what's the rate on the back. So we take that same $12,000 and just buy it down and permanently push the rate down. We get an interest rate in this particular case of 5.319%, principal and interest 2671.13. So a monthly savings against the 5.999% rate of 206.40. The good news about this particular side is that it is obviously all 30 years, but that would be your qualifying rate. So if we had somebody that was very close in reference to qualifying, this allows someone to buy a little bit more house. Okay. Obviously, it doesn't have the subsidized program on top of it, but you can see that it really is quite close to year number 2. So again, it's just choices and decisions that we offer our clients, and then we let them make that choice.
Okay. Well, that with the 2-1 buy down scenario, that $12,000 or whatever it takes to buy down the rate for the 2-1 still belongs to the borrower. In this case, if you refinanced your 5.319 rate, what about that $12,000 that was used to buy the rate down? Is that still?
That is gone. And I don't mean to say that it's gone, but we have bought that rate down permanently. Okay. And that is what we call a sunk cost. Okay. So in here, that's why we would go through it. If we have clients that believe the rates are going to fall back to 4% or they're going to be transferred in 3 years or whatever the case may be, using that money to push down a rate for 30 years, but not using it for more than 2 or 3, we would offer yet a wide array of choices on how to utilize that $12,000 best for their budget.
Okay. Well, that clears that up. I appreciate you joining us. I'll put Martin's contact information in the description below, as well as his online application link. And I can assure you nobody will work harder to get you the best rates with the fewest costs than Martin Waring. So Marty, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. And next month, when we have a different flavor of the month, I'm sure you'll have me back.
I will.
Talk to you soon.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Take care. I hope you enjoyed that conversation with me and Doug Packard. He is a great real estate agent, and we get down to what's really important to our clients. Thanks so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you soon.
I hope you got a little lagniappe or something extra from this show. Helping others is my way of giving back to an industry that has blessed my family for over 30 years. There is a little Louisiana in all of us. Merci et laissez le bon temps rouler. In other words, thank you and let the good times roll.